Hey guys, this is Cool Omar doing the intro for this video, and today we're gonna prove we can still kick it with the young whippersnappers. Class is in session. If you haven't clicked off the video, today we're covering a topic that helps both young and old. We're gonna cover the most high quality, cheap fragrances, the things that give you a good bang for your buck, to use on a daily occasion such as school or university where your funds are limited. Generally, these are all going to be youthful and under £30, although the last three are more expensive to give you guys more options for school/university. Let's get into it. At number 10, this list is going to go from least expensive to the most expensive. Versace Blue Jeans. This is a sharp citrus fragrance that has this old school vanilla musk dry down. It's got a good amount of performance, 6 hours longevity with a moderate projection. People will smell you with this fragrance, and usually this does get a lot of compliments. This is good value for money, although bear in mind, some people might think this smells a bit outdated, but like most things like Davidoff Cool Water, these classic fragrances will smell good for a very long time, so I don't think you have to worry too much about it with this fragrance. This next fragrance is for you students who want to smell expensive while still being on a budget. It's a forgotten about release by Armaf, and it is called Le Parfait, and it has this cool little magnetic lid as well. This was an interesting release by Armaf. It's very cheap, and it has an interesting concept of being a hybrid between Creed Aventus and Creed's Green Irish Tweed. They basically put two very popular top sellers from that brand into this fragrance. It's 30% Aventus, 70% Green Irish Tweed, I'd say. So overall it has that smoky, citrusy pineapple in the opening, then becomes quite manly, soapy and musky in the dry down, making you smell clean all day long in school for at least 6 hours. Again, I think it makes it smell expensive for the price tag, and it makes it smell unique. It's an interesting concept by the brand. Do not forget this release, guys. But then let's say you want a little bit of sweetness in your daily fresh scents. Go for Bentley's Momentum Intense, an underrated fragrance by Bentley. This is another clone as well of Carolina Herrera's Men, the original CH Men. If I had to describe this scent to you guys, it is a woody signature. For guys who like woody scents, this is good to go for, and it has this sugariness as well with it. It's like a sugary, woody fragrance. It still smells masculine, fresh and sharp. It has a unique signature style to it. If you really want to stand out from the crowd of Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, this is a good one to go for. It's only £20 and it lasts about 6 to 8 hours. A good all-rounder to use all year for sure. This next one I think should be reserved for athletes. It is Lacoste Blanc. It's traditionally a summertime fragrance, but I think if you're a sporty kind of guy, you can wear this all year round. It has that clean, white floral muskiness to it with a bit of leather in the base as well, giving it some good longevity of at least 6 hours. I think this is fantastic value for money. It has an interesting and high quality scent profile to it. If you're athletic, definitely go for Lacoste White. Let's say you're a top achiever, you get good grades, you want to smell more professional in your school or university environment. Burberry's Touch is my suggestion to you. Now this definitely smells high quality for the price tag. I think this should be about triple its price usually at retail, but on discount websites you can get this dirt cheap for around £20. This smells very clean and simple and very sharp. It's a very piercing fragrance. You have to like piercing scent profiles to enjoy this. But you will smell expensive, you will smell very serious with this fragrance, and it lasts all day long, at least 8 hours. Very good for a £20 fragrance. This next suggestion is for you guys who have your crush at school and you want to be a little bit sexy with your fragrance. Go for this. Mont Blanc's Individual. The way Jeremy describes this, I think it was a fabric softener with a soft raspberry touch. I think that was it. Yeah, close enough.
We're gonna start off with the number 10 spot, which is the fresh fabric softener with a sweet raspberry touch. This is Mont Blanc Individual.
I think that describes it quite well. This smells clean and powdery with a raspberry note in here. Overall, it is fresh, but it has that sexy warmth to it as well. I don't think you should wear this in really high heat in the summertime, but for the rest of the year, you can easily use this. It smells high quality. So much in fact that actually Creed cloned this fragrance with their release of Original Santal. So bear that in mind. I think this is still a fantastic fragrance to this day. It's been out for basically 20 years now and still smells modern. This next fragrance, again, is traditionally a summertime fragrance, but I know some of you watching this like your marine scents. You like the marine note in your fragrance. This is what I suggest for you young guys. Bulgari's Aqua Marine. I mean, look at this. This is definitely meant for the beach, but it's a nice, soapy, youthful scent that has this unique note of seaweed in here. This is definitely for the marine lover. If you're a kind of laid-back, casual dude, that type of personality, maybe sporty still overall, maybe kind of guy that likes to go swimming a lot, this is the fragrance for you. It is very sexy still overall as well. Very good value for money. It smells high quality. 6 to 8 hours of longevity as well. Okay, now these last three are going above the £30 range. We're going to start off with a blue fragrance. This is the only blue fragrance on this list. Prada Luna Rosa's Carbon. The reason I suggest this and not Dior Sauvage is that you want to smell a bit more unique at school, and also this just works better in that environment. This is a bit more clean, a bit more smooth, not as loud as Sauvage, so it won't be as annoying. It won't choke people out. You still get this sexy, musky lavender here. It is still very much fresh out the shower. It will get you a lot of compliments still, and extremely versatile, and lasts still easily 8 hours. So it has great performance, but not the insane performance of Sauvage, which can be too much at times. This is basically the smoother Dior Sauvage. Our penultimate suggestion is for those guys who do really want to smell sweet at school or at uni. You really want to push your sexiness to as far as you possibly can, and try to get away with it. This is Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. Now, anyone who smelled this might be wondering why this is on this list, but I do think it works. It is a sweet, sexy fragrance, which I would traditionally say is more for dates. It smells like a ozonic caramel popcorn in a fragrance. Unique and fun and playful. But it works because it's not too loud. It's very softly projecting. It has some freshness to it. It lasts about 6 hours. Overall, I think for a fun, playful guy who really wants to attract his crush at school, I think this does work for you guys. Check this fragrance out. And finally, this last suggestion, maybe you're a rich young guy, you got that bread, and you want to smell really expensive. What is an expensive perfume ingredient that royal families in the Middle East wear? That's right, it's oud. This is Tom Ford's Oud Wood, a legendary fragrance. This has been reformulated, but I still think it's worth getting. It smells sharp, piercing, green, very much woody, and it's an attention grabber. This is a big compliment getter that smells expensive and lasts still about 8 hours, I'd say. This is for somebody who wants a very much unique signature. You smell sexy, but unique. So definitely, if you don't want to smell like everyone else wearing the popular fragrances in the designer market, Oud Wood is still a fantastic scent to go for, and it dries down to a very different scent. It transforms very significantly. I really like this fragrance, guys. If you haven't tried it, make sure you try Oud Wood. It's a staple in the community. Everyone needs to have at least tried this. That's the end of this video, guys. I know it got pricey towards the end there, but for you older guys watching this, I want you to tell us in the comments, do you think this is a good list for the young whippersnappers who watches us? A lot of you guys who are young on this channel will be from our TikTok. So if you guys don't follow us on TikTok, make sure you do. Make sure to check out our other videos as well in the meantime, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Class dismissed.